I'm caps lock different. It's facts, non-fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go and flip.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 155 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-hosts Nick Theories and Philly Phil. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in to the live stream tonight. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. We're back, finally. Computer's fixed.
No.
Everything's
we
good.
Really back, bro. We are the best podcast on the net.
I know. I didn't say that.
That's what we are.
I know that. But what's already known doesn't need to continuously be said.
It does.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Because that's us. That's what we are. If you don't believe in yourself, how is somebody else going to believe in you?
I have too much belief in myself.
Right? That's how I think.
I love it. All right, let's get right into it because I want to pod and we haven't done it in a long time.
Hell yeah.
All right, so the Heat smoked the Celtics last night by 20, advanced to the finals for the second time in 4 years. It looked like the Celtics were going to come back. When it was 3-3, I'm like, oh, my God, because I hate the Celtics because of the Sixers.
Yeah.
And I was rooting for Jimmy Butler heavy, which is odd because.
Why? Why is it odd?
Because, like,
it's not odd.
I wanted to be on the Sixers.
Yeah, well, if you're going to root for somebody, you're not going to root for Boston.
Yeah, never.
Right.
Never. Even though they had my first favorite basketball player ever.
And Jimmy Butler didn't leave on some bad blood type of shit.
No.
So it was all good.
It's just Elton Brand.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
So I can't believe the Heat are back in the finals.
I can't believe either. But Philly Phil, can you give this man a round of applause for me? Why? You called that the Heat would beat the Celtics in round one.
I know.
Right?
Sucks.
But it happened in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And I said 7.
So, yeah, hats off.
That sucks.
That's a great prediction.
I mean, that's
great.
That's the shit. We were sitting on the couch when we were talking about it.
I was like, what? You really believe that? He was like, yeah, man.
And I just
coaching.
It just came down to
okay.
I thought Eric Spoelstra did to Joe Mazzulla what I thought Doc Rivers was going to do to Joe Mazzulla. Now, I know the Celtics were off from 3. That's basically what went wrong with them is that they just couldn't get their 3-ball to drop. And that's just, you live and die by it. And at what point though, it's like you're 4 of 21 in the first half, 7 of 35. And it's just like, okay, at what point do you just stop shooting 3s and get in your rhythm shooting 2s? But I thought Doc Rivers would have been able to do that to Joe Mazzulla. I just thought that, like they were playing zone and it's just what they were doing was just out coaching Boston. And it showed.
Yeah.
And Boston got a little bit hot and they got 3 back. But I was so impressed with the Heat that they won game 7 on the road in Boston. And it's just like, to me, it's unbelievable what they've accomplished.
It's almost like they caught lightning in a bottle. I want to say that.
Right, so go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Gabe Vincent. He's played pretty well.
Yeah.
Right. Caleb Martin. Like what? You could argue
dropped by the Hornets,
which we will talk about later. Yeah, he got dropped by the Hornets in 2021. So yeah, like, is this lightning in the bottle? This is cool shit. This is sports, right? So I think it is called lightning in the bottle, and Boston got caught sleeping early in the series.
You know what's crazy, dude?
I really believe that.
So like 2 months ago, we talked about what teams did we thought could make a run and what teams we thought were old. And I initially said I thought the Heat were done. You agreed.
Well,
I said I thought the Heat were done. I just thought that their window passed because they were playing like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did a segment and we were talking about what teams can make a run. And I started looking at it and I'm like, they have the coaching. I like the pickup of Kevin Love. I know Kevin Love's not a big contributor, but he's a good locker room guy. And the Heat started playing a little better towards the end. They got into the play-in tournament. And I'm like, they'll beat Atlanta. They'll go into the second round. They'll beat the Celtics in 7. And they'll play the Sixers. Now, they lost to the Hawks, which is wild.
In the playing game.
They lose the first playing game,
mm-hmm.
beat the Hawks, lose to the Hawks. Then they go to the Bucks. I had the Bucks sweeping them.
Oh, yeah, me too. I had the Bucks going to the finals.
Yeah. I may have had the Bucks in 5, but I think I had them sweeping them. And then I'm like, okay, like I don't. Now, look, I know Giannis was out for a game and a half or 2 games, whatever. But either way, it was still the best team in the East. What they've done is just like remarkable. To lose your first playing game, they have almost saved the play-in. Not that they've saved it, but they validated how awesome that play-in tournament is.
I agree. I totally agree. That's a great take.
Like the Miami Heat in 2023 validated the play-in tournament because that'll never leave now.
Yeah.
It'll never leave. And I mean, I loved it from the beginning because it made the regular season a little bit more important. Like you saw the Lakers, the Clippers, the Suns, the Warriors, they were all fighting for that 6th seed. They were all jockeying. And the Pelicans and the Thunder.
Well, the Heat did it twice, correct?
What?
This happened before where a low seed went to the finals.
The last time an 8th seed went to the finals was 1999.
1999. Okay.
Yeah. I read that today, actually.
I got mixed up with something else then. My bad.
No, it's all good. But and the Timberwolves are the other team in the West. But they validated that the play-in works. Like 100%. And they made sure that like the play-in's not going anywhere, especially now.
How did they do it? I mean, like, do you think Jimmy Butler really propelled this team over the entire East? Like, or was they just had good pieces. They could shoot the 3 really, really well.
Well, they shot the 3 like shit all year. I think they were ranked like 27th or something like that. Now they did get hot from 3, but I just think that they
live and die by the 3.
But they play as a team.
Yeah.
And they have no egos. Like you could almost see sometimes when D'Angelo Russell would take a bad shot, LeBron kind of like, fuck. You never see that with Jimmy Butler, no matter who's shooting, whether it's Max Strus or it's Gabe Vincent or it's Caleb Martin or it's Kevin Love even.
He encourages them to shoot.
Yeah, and you need that. And Jimmy Butler used to do that with Joel Embiid. Like they have clips of him all over YouTube and Twitter. Like you could see him, Joe, when you get the ball up there, if you're open, shoot it. Shoot the ball. You need that. That stuff is just, you can't measure that. You can't teach it. That is just, and it feels genuine with Jimmy. And I mean, I'm happy as hell for him. But I just honestly think like, I don't really think anything necessarily went wrong for the Celtics. I just think that Miami is a better team. They may not have player for player more talent, but they are a better unit as a whole, better coach, better organization, and they just play better as a team. There's no egos, and that's just really where I am with the Heat. I just think they're a really good basketball team that has been consistently underrated through the entire playoff run. Like after the Bucks, it should have been noticed. And then the way they smacked the Knicks, they should have gotten their respect, and they're not. They're a 7.5 point, 8 point underdog every night. They're an 8.5 point underdog on tomorrow or Thursday, whatever. I don't even know what today is. Tuesday. Yeah. They're an 8.5 point dog again. So I just again. So
you just think that they're the better team? You think they're the better team than the Celtics?
Yeah, I don't think it really was what went wrong for the Celtics. I just think the Heat are better.
I disagree with that take because like if the Celtics come back, it was like, oh, well, the Celtics are the better team. Like a lot of people would say that, and that's true.
But that's just because player for player, they are. But that doesn't mean that the team is better. And if Miami would have lost that, like I would have genuinely felt bad for Miami because they played better too. They deserve to win that series. And then like the mental toughness that it takes after you lose game 6 on that buzzer beater.
That was
go on the road. Because I thought they were cooked after that. Because after Ray Allen hit the 3 against the Spurs, everybody knew Miami.
I thought that was their game 7.
Yes.
So, I was like, oh, it's over.
Well, I was saying it too, because I'm like, oh man, like that's impossible. Now you have to go back on the road. You have to go to Boston. The crowd's loud as hell.
Yeah.
And to come out there like that and just from the opening tip off, like just put foots in them.
They did. They really did, man. That was a blowout.
Look, I get it. Jason Tatum rolled his ankle. It sucks, but he played through it, and that's what.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that. That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't make it.
Gabe Vincent was hurt.
I didn't,
and he was out. He was out the entire game.
They lost Tyler Hero.
Right. Correct. So they've had injuries too along the way,
and Jimmy Butler.
So you can't use that excuse.
Jimmy Butler missed a game in the Knicks series.
Right. Joel Embiid missed a game.
Yeah, he missed 2.
Even though we won that one game.
Well, no, because he missed the game 4 against the Nets.
Right.
And then he missed game 1 against the Celtics.
Yeah, but we won that game.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
So it didn't really matter.
Yeah. But like it's just now the whole thing has shifted towards like, what do you do with Tatum and Brown?
You got to keep Brown. You can't just let him walk.
I know, but I don't.
What are you going to do with him? You're going to just say, okay, go ahead. Go test free agency. We're not going to get anything for him.
But I don't think that they're going to offer him the supermax, and I don't think he's going to accept that because you can't. Because with Jason Tatum next year, you can't. They're not going to be able to fill out their roster. It's like $617 million between the two of them.
Well,
you're gonna have a team of all veteran minimums.
I can see a situation, maybe a sign and trade.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
Yeah, I mean there are teams.
You sign them to the deal, but somebody else is going to acquire them.
Yeah, like maybe the Mavericks. Like he would be great for the Mavericks. Maybe the Warriors. They're talking about trading Jordan Poole. Jaylen Brown would be perfect on the Warriors.
He has like one of the worst handles I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's horrible. What happened?
I don't.
What was going on?
No.
It was worse than like Westbrook.
He dribbles like somebody in the YMCA.
Yeah, it was absolutely it was crazy. I was like, yo, what's going on?
He would just be dribbling, and it's like he would look down, and it was like the ball was 10 feet away from him, and I'm just looking. I'm like, bro, you're a professional basketball player. You can't dribble.
I was saying the same shit.
So I don't understand, but it sucks because I'm a huge Jaylen Brown fan, and I said it last year during their run. Like I thought Jaylen Brown was kind of outplaying Jason Tatum last year during their run.
I actually think he lost a little bit of money in the playoff run.
Who? This year?
Mm-hmm.
Jaylen Brown?
Yeah. Like if he performed really hot in the postseason, people are going to give him the supermax.
Well, here's the thing. No, his value is as high as it'll ever be right now.
Right.
Because he's coming off of all NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I know, I mean, he missed eight three-pointers and had 8 turnovers. So that's not good. Like I think he was 1 for 9.
Yeah.
You can't do that. But again, that goes back to Mazzulla's philosophy of just keep jacking up threes.
Right.
Like if you're shooting 40 threes a game, you got to make 15 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You're living and dying by it, and you're just legitimately just dying by it because they just couldn't get anything going.
I think Derek White was 2 of 9 from 3.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart
I actually
was
thought
one
Derek White
1 of 7, 1 of 8, some shit like that.
I thought Derek White was going to carry that momentum and have a big game.
Me too.
I thought Derek White was going to be really good last night.
Points wise, he did.
Yeah, but again, like we were even saying this with Jason Tatum and with the foot thing again, even with last night, he was so inefficient the whole series. Like, yeah, he was getting 30, but it was taking him 29 shots.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't, it just doesn't work. That was what, not to like go into that, but Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
You can't shoot that many shots just to get 30. It doesn't work. And it sucked. I'm not that it sucks. I mean, like I said, I'm happy the Celtics lost and I'm happy for the Heat. But I mean, do you really think, like, what do you think went wrong with the Celtics? Or do you think it's kind of the same thing?
I think Jaylen Brown is the reason why they really lost. Because if your co-stars is not playing to his potential,
Tatum didn't.
When a team is red hot as Miami is,
white hot.
Yeah, white hot. For real. Like, right? White heat. Then you're giving them confidence as the series goes, right? And once you give a team that's hot and they believe and you give them confidence, that's the result that's going to happen.
Yep.
They let up 3-0. Then Boston fought back. Hats off to them. That's tough too. Coming back 3-0. Even though they didn't win, that's still pretty impressive.
They're only 25 years old. They've been to 4 or 5 Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's hard to break them up. It's just the amount of money that it's going to cost them.
The Heat are very, very clutch. They're like, I think they're the clutchest team in the NBA.
Them and the Sixers were rated all season, and the Celtics were bottom of the barrel.
Right.
They were trashing the clutch.
Like think about all the pressure that was on Miami. Right. They lost Game 6 at home. They go back to Boston. It's 3-3. They just lost 3 straight. They're about to be on the bad side of history. Right. So
1-151.
That's what I'm saying. They're about to be on the bad side of history. We're on the brink, on the road.
And I think that too.
And they fucking smoked them. Like they beat them by 20. So that team is really scary.
Resilience.
Yeah.
And I think too, like
this ain't gonna be a cakewalk.
No, it's not. And my thing is with the Celtics too. I just lost my train of thought. Fuck. What was I gonna say? Oh, the emotions that come out of it coming back from 3-0. You see it too. Like you're spent by Game 7 because it's taking so much out of you. But let's talk about the Heat a little bit. Jimmy Butler won Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Off topic. I don't know how that's not named after LeBron. He went to 8 straight finals in the Eastern Conference. I mean, come on. Year 20 LeBron is prime Larry Bird.
Well, then the Lombardi Trophy should be named the Brady Trophy.
It should. It
on
should.
the real.
It should. It absolutely
Right?
should.
That's fair.
He won 7 Super Bowls, dude.
Yeah, that's insane.
We'll never see it. Well, I don't even want to say that because number 15 that wears number 15 in KC
What's he got?
he'll challenge it. He's got 2.
Okay.
He'll challenge it. But to get the 7 is something crazy. Do you think that it should have been Jimmy or do you think it should have been Caleb Martin? Because those were the only 2.
I mean, look, I seen a lot of smoke about Caleb Martin, but I'm gonna go with Jimmy Butler. He had way more. He had more points. He had more steals. He had more rebounds than Caleb Martin. I mean, Caleb Martin shot at a higher percentage. I will say that. I believe Jimmy Butler shot a 42% in the series, and Caleb Martin shot a 60%. So Caleb Martin was actually a lot more effective. I think his name has a lot of buzz because, like, you didn't see him, putting up 20 and upper teens. Like I believe he was averaging. What was he averaging? 10 points in the season.
Yep.
So come on, for him to double his numbers like that in the postseason in the highest moment, I understood why people lean that way. But Jimmy Butler was the best player for them.
Man, this is a proud pod moment.
Why?
Because I did not expect you to do that. And that was, I mean, you just took the words out of my mouth, to be honest. I really didn't. I thought you were going to say Caleb Martin. And I have a whole thing here because I wrote it down game by game. I went and looked through the box score. And I know, look, box scores don't tell the whole story. We know that for sure. But when you look at the numbers side by side, the thing with Caleb Martin was hitting timely shots.
He was efficient, though.
Who?
Caleb Martin.
Of course, yeah.
Shooting 60%, that's really high.
But the reason everybody fell in love with Caleb Martin, because nobody saw it coming.
Yeah, exactly.
With Jimmy Butler, everybody knew that he was the engine.
It's the shock value.
Yes. And then when Caleb Martin came in, it's like, holy shit, like this guy's really playing awesome basketball.
Yeah.
It was like a shock, but it shouldn't have taken it away from what Jimmy did. Because Jimmy is the heart and the soul of that team. He creates for them. He rebounds. He scores by himself. He creates his own shot. I mean, Caleb Martin was doing that too. But I mean, like, Caleb Martin had 2 games with 0 assists.
We pod so crazy. I haven't heard anybody say shit like that.
He had 2 games with 0 assists, and the other 2 game he had 1 assist each. Jimmy had 7, 8, 8, 9, 5, 11, 7. Those are more opportunities to score points.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Jimmy had more points, more rebounds, more assists. The only game that Caleb really dominated him in rebounds was game 6. He had 15 boards.
Yep, exactly.
And that's awesome. And not for nothing, the bulk of Caleb's rebound assists, 10 of them were yesterday. Now, look, that's big in game 7.
Yeah.
He showed up and he played. But no, it should have went to Jimmy Butler. Because here's the thing. For the Nuggets, because if it was going to go to Caleb Martin, the Nuggets Western Conference Finals MVP should have been Jamal Murray because he averaged 32 points a game on 50, 40, 90. 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. So if that's the way you're judging it, Jokic shouldn't have got it. It should have been Jamal Murray. But
I agree.
So that's where I am on that. Speaking of the
He's
Nuggets,
still balled out, though. I mean, hats off to Caleb Martin.
I'm happy as hell for him. He just made himself a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of money.
I mean, he averaged 19 in the series.
There you go.
He was actually the X factor for them to get
100% because
to win the series.
They don't
honestly
win. They needed all of his production.
Yep.
They needed all of that.
I mean, the man was playing 45 minutes in game 7.
Sometimes all you need is belief.
Amazing.
Sometimes all you need is belief and opportunity, and you can shine.
I agree.
That's the episode name, by the way. Belief and opportunity.
Belief and opportunity. That's a great episode.
Do you think the Heat and the Nuggets in the finals? What do you got? Who do you think? Who are you thinking? I mean, I'm sorry.
I do like the Nuggets. I think Jokic is going to dominate Bam. I think Bam is going to be. Can
we go back? Oh yeah.
He's going to smoke. He's going to smoke him, bro.
He's some ass.
No. He's going to smoke him.
I don't like.
For real.
He misses shots that I just stare at him,
bro. He's like 7 foot, and it's for nothing, bro. Like you're that big, and you can't score the basketball.
Every time I bet him over 18.5, he has 3 at halftime. And every time I bet him under 18.5, he has 15 at halftime.
It's amazing, ain't it?
It's really remarkable.
He's the worst person to bet. He really is. He's horrible. I can't stand him.
So you have the Nuggets winning the finals?
I have Nuggets winning the finals.
How many games?
I think it's going to go 6.
So you got the Nuggets in 6.
Yeah.
All right. So when we were talking about it, when everybody was asking, I said I thought that the Heat were going to lose in 4 or 5 to the Nuggets. But then I realized I've been saying that for too long. And every time I pick against the Heat, they're winning. Now, I picked them against the Celtics, and I'm going to pick them against the Nuggets.
Wow.
But listen, I think that
I'll be shocked.
I'm a team. I believe they're a team of destiny. I still think they have the coaching advantage because I think Spoelstra's better than Mike Malone, even though Mike Malone's good. But I think that they will scheme something up. I think it's the Heat's time. Second time they've been there. They've been in the Eastern Conference Finals. They've been through the ebbs and flows of winning and losing and heartbreak. They lost in the 20 finals to LeBron. But I think the Heat are going to win in 7. Wow. I don't know how they're going to do it. And I can't tell you that Bam is going to stop Jokic or Gabe Vincent is going to stop Jamal Murray. I'm going on my actual hunch. And the Nuggets are opening up as an underdog. I mean, are opening up as a favorite. That is like ridiculous. It's like they're playing a JV team.
I know I said it won't be a cakewalk, but man, when you actually think about it, the Nuggets, they got everything.
They do.
They got shooting. They can contend with the Heat.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Joker and Murray.
I know.
Like,
I think,
and they're deep.
I know.
Oh.
But I'm telling you, the Heat are winning the finals in 7. It's just their time. It's just their time.
Based on just gut feel?
I just actually feel, because I don't know anybody picking the Heat. I didn't watch any sports shows today.
If it was a 1-game thing, okay, I'm with the Heat. 1 game.
I just feel like it's
a series. No, because what I think is going to happen is I think game 1 favors Miami. I think Miami actually could steal game 1. Truthfully, I actually believe that. I think Miami is actually going to win game 1. Here's why: the Nuggets, they have like 10 days of rest. I'm starting to feel like Miami's already in the rhythm. They had, apparently they already booked their plane ticket to Denver.
You do that, and then
right
you go into their
game
building
7.
and you win that game.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gangster.
That is so gangster. That's why they had like a swagger. I feel like they're going to win game 1. And then as the series goes, I think the Nuggets are just going to take over because they're just a better team. And Joker is going to make Bam look like
here's the thing.
Foolish.
I agree that the Nuggets are a better team.
He's just ridiculous.
I'm just telling you on a hunch. Nobody's given Miami a chance since they lost to the Hawks. And all Miami has done is knocked off the 1 seed, knocked off the 2 seed, and knocked off the Knicks that I think were the 5 seed or the 4 seed.
Yeah.
No, the Sixers were the 4 seed, so they were the 5. So
what are the odds right now? What's the series?
I saw the Nuggets were like minus 360 or minus 5 something.
Minus 360.
It's ridiculous, dude. And my thing is everybody's going to come out and bet the Nuggets. Everybody's going to come out and bet the Nuggets. And it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Then it's going to be a tight series.
So, all right. So, and then the Heat or what? What's the Heat?
I don't even know. I just looked at the Nuggets. I want to say the Heat were like plus 2 something, 250 maybe, 280.
Oh, okay. To win the series.
Oh, no, they might have been more than that. I'm sorry. They might have been like 400. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, this shit's ass. This app is garbage.
What is it?
I don't want to say it because I don't want to lose a sponsor.
I was about to say that.
I'm smart.
That's your Wi-Fi.
I'm super smart.
Hold on 1 second. I'll look it
Can't catch me slipping out here.
Hold on. I'll look it up real fast.
I'm actually interested in that.
I don't even see it, to be
That
honest.
would tell me a lot, actually.
Why?
Because I feel like if the Heat are like plus 325, I actually think that it kind of favors them a little bit.
The Nuggets are minus 450 and the Heat are plus 330.
330.
It's crazy. I mean, it's just they're being totally disrespected. And
I think that's kind of low.
What? 460?
No, 330.
I mean, I don't know.
Personally.
All I know is that the Heat are winning the finals in 7 games. And Jimmy Butler's going to get his crown.
So you think he's going to be the
and
the
Jimmy's
MVP?
going to be finals MVP.
I'm going to go Joker to be MVP.
All right. Now we were just talking about the rest factor. You were talking about you think the Heat will win game 1.
Yeah, right.
So do you think that the long rest for the Nuggets is going to harm them?
Yeah, I think so. I think they need to get back in the swing of things. I think once they do that and they kick in gear and, I just think as the series progresses, I think they're just a better team and it's going to show.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way with it because I just feel like when you sit for too long, it's like it happens in football all the time. They take that week off.
Yeah.
And then what happens? They come out and they're rusty for a quarter.
Mhm.
And so the Heat can steal one in the beginning. But I don't really think.
Are we sleeping on Malone? Because like a good coach would have his team right. So are we really sleeping on him?
I'm not. No.
To a degree.
Here's the thing.
I'm going to say yes. And I didn't mean to do that.
No, I don't think that. I don't think that it's necessarily sleeping on them. It's that they haven't played in a week. Miami's coming off a series that I know. Now, look, they could be tired. They just won 7. They had to fly from Boston. Now they got to go to Denver. The altitude factor that everybody talks about. But I just feel like that the Nuggets will be rested and ready. And I think that they're a mentally strong team.
Me too.
So I don't think that they're going to come out and play like shit. I just think that the Heat are good. I really do. I really think the Heat are good. And I think a lot of people are overlooking them and just not giving them their respect.
I agree. But I just think the Nuggets are the better team. I really do. I mean, it's a great story. It really is. But like when you look at the overall scope of the teams, it's to me, it's not even comparison.
We will see, but it's Heat in 7 for sure.
All right, I got Nugs in 6.
Fuck with Nugs.
Yeah, me too.
All right, now let's finally go to NFL because we got some NFL.
Oh yeah, we back.
All right. So give me the schedule released. I know we're way behind.
Yeah.
I need 3 games this year that you're looking forward to. And I want to know why you're looking forward to them.
So the NFL, baby, we're kicking off. All right. So 3 games that I am looking forward to this NFL season. My first game is the Chiefs at the Jaguars, week 2. Week 6, Cowboys at the Chargers. Week 13, Niners at Eagles. And for obvious reasons. But those are the 3 games I'm looking forward to the most. And if I had to pick out my first game or my favorite game out of them, I would say it would be the Cowboys at the Chargers, because I feel like the Cowboys have a lot to prove, and I feel like the Chargers have a lot to prove as well. So I want to see those 2 teams battle it out. And Kellen Moore. That's also a great point there, Mike. But yeah, I think that's the biggest game. For me, I like the Jets and the Bills on opening night because I want to see Aaron Rodgers with his new team, the young guys and stuff like that. I want to see how he comes out and looks because he's with what's his face, that offensive coordinator, Nathaniel can't hack it. Oh Christ!
Then I got the Eagles and the Chiefs. I want to see a Super Bowl rematch. But also, I didn't put this game in there, but the Eagles and the 49ers I am looking forward to because I can't wait for the Eagles to bust their ass again. And I don't want to hear any excuses because the 49ers come to Philly. And then my third game is the Browns at the Broncos on November 26th.
The Browns at the Broncos.
You want to know why? Because on November 26th, and at that game, we will know the direction of both of those franchises. One with Deshaun Watson and one with
Russell Wilson. What? I'm sorry.
11/26, so week 12-ish.
Week 12-ish? Okay.
You'll know. You will know. That is going to be a huge game for both of those franchises because I think both franchises are not going to be very good. And I think that they both will. I think after the season, you're going to have both of those teams reevaluating, and I think with some possible regret of their contracts for their quarterbacks, because I don't think either quarterback is going to perform like they did 2 years ago. At
the fault of the quarterback itself, based on their play or just the overall performance of the team?
No, just for quarterback play, because for Deshaun Watson, he missed a year, missed 11 games, played 5, looked like shit. Now he's off for a whole season again. I mean, a whole off season.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's going to come back and he's going to be able to run crazy. And I don't think he's going to look like Houston Deshaun Watson.
They can't move on from him.
I know
everything is guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think that's going to be a big game for them because they can't move off of him, but they can move off of Stefanski.
Like, to me, I think Deshaun Watson has probably, based on what you're saying, I think he's got a 2-year window.
Absolutely. Deshaun Watson.
Just because of the guarantee money. If he didn't have the guarantee money, I would say, okay, well, then maybe they'll let him bounce.
Not even. I think Deshaun Watson, he's under the scope every game. Every game, he's under the scope. You got paid all of that money. All those accusations are now they've died down because it's been the off season. But if you come out and you don't perform for a team that was desperate for a quarterback, so desperate that they gave you an unprecedented amount of money and contract, it's good. That pressure is going to mount.
And it also got rid of their number 1 pick.
Yeah. And you have, and Amari Cooper's a year older. What about Nick Chubb? Like, I just don't think that, I think that the Browns and the Broncos are both going to have major decisions after this year. Russell Wilson, to no fault of his own, I just think Russell Wilson is trying to change his style of play, and I don't think it works because he's trying to change to a style of play that he never did.
So you don't think Sean Payton's going to heal all wounds?
Sean Payton will make him marginally better than what he was last year, but in order for Russell Wilson to go back to Russell Wilson of Seattle, he's going to need to break away from the pocket and go on the run. I don't think he wants to do that anymore. Therefore, I don't think he will have the success that he had in Seattle. And he's older, so naturally some of those skills diminish, like the elusiveness. And
he's got good weapons, though, I'll say.
He does.
Cortland Sutton's very good. Jerry Judy's very good. Tim Patrick's coming back from ACL injury.
Sean Payton will definitely make them a little bit better. I just don't think that they're also in a really hard division. The AFC is loaded.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Russell Wilson in the AFC right now is probably not even a top 8 quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's just where I am with that. And for the Browns, like I said, I thought Deshaun Watson was overrated to begin with because the last time I saw him, he was 4-12.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care about his yards. And
I don't care either.
And the time I saw him before that, he blew a 24-0 playoff lead.
Yep.
So that's
which doesn't get talked about, which is crazy.
It's wild.
That is wild.
Wild. Because if that was, they ripped Justin Herbert for it.
If that was Jalen Hurts,
he's not a franchise guy. He shouldn't get paid the max. He has a noodle arm.
He did get smoked. He got smoked 2 years ago against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
but that was his first playoff game. But the bounce back.
Look how he responded.
He responded once to the Super Bowl. Correct.
When Deshaun Watson bounced back, he went 4-12.
Right.
So that's just where I am on those guys, to be honest. I'm just not
he declined for you.
Yeah.
Like, so you think he already reached his peak?
Who?
Deshaun Watson.
Absolutely.
You think it's over for him?
Yeah. Not like you don't think like he could be a top 10 quarterback? I think if he hovers if he's around a top 10 quarterback, Cleveland will be okay. But I don't know if he can get there. I don't believe in him. And whether that's just because of everything that happened that made me sour on him, like personally, but I'm just telling you, like, I'm telling you what I've seen.
Is it because he doesn't have that signature throw or that moment, like where you were like, yo, like this guy could do it?
No, well, it's not even that for me. Like, I thought Deshaun Watson was really good in Houston.
Yeah, no, he was great.
For me, it was just everybody, and this goes back to
he wasn't good. He was great.
My issue with Deshaun Watson is similar to my issues with Kyler Murray. I don't like when guys get anointed top 3, top 5, and all that, and they haven't really won big games.
Well, not for nothing. He was with the Texans.
But he had DeAndre Hopkins. So he had a premier wide receiver.
And I'm not defending him in any way. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
And that's all I could be, right? But he did play pretty well, and he got them to the postseason.
Yeah, I know that, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I thought Deshaun Watson was trash. Deshaun Watson in Houston was awesome. I'm just saying the last 2 times I've seen Deshaun Watson, he was 4-12, and he blew a 24-point lead.
Yep.
So that's the last I saw him, and then after that, he was out for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So the last time I saw him, he wasn't really anything. And then you want to take 2 seasons off and think you're going to come back and rediscover that magic. Amari Cooper isn't DeAndre Hopkins. Amari Cooper is not even a top 10 wide receiver anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a top 15?
Yeah.
Borderline. He's around 15-ish. So I just think that, they're in trouble.
Totally agree.
Now let's break down the rest of the schedule. Give me a team that you think is going to benefit from it and a team that is going to have issues.
I think the team that's going to benefit from it is going to be the Atlanta Falcons. They have one of the easiest schedules in the league, and they have a chance to make some noise, especially playing in the NFC South. The NFC South is weak as hell. They got Baker and Tampa. They got Bryce Young in Carolina.
Whoa,
and they got Derek Carr in the Saints. So I think there is an opportunity for the Falcons to make some noise. I like what they did with their team. They're continuing to build. They got Cordell Patterson. They drafted that kid Bijan Robinson. They have Tyler Algier. They have Drake London. Like, they're putting pieces together. So we're going to see how good Ritter is. So I'm going to go with the Falcons for that. And then I'm going to go with the Jets as the other team that's actually going to take a step back that people think is going to move forward. and this might be a bold take, but
It is very bold.
I just don't think they're going to be as good as people think.
Oh.
I think that I understand the talent, but the schedule is brutal. Let's go through it.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
I'm going through it. Let's go through it.
Give me a moment. So
Take your time, baby.
no,
It's your show.
It is. Thank you. Hold on. Jets schedule. So what I think is they have a hard schedule. They play the Bills week 1. They play the Cowboys week 2. They play the Patriots week 3.
Dub.
They play the Chiefs week 4.
Dub.
They play the Broncos week 5.
Dub.
Then they play the Eagles
Dub.
week 6.
Loss.
Yep. Then they play the Giants. Then they play the Chargers. Then they play the Raiders. Then they play the Bills, Dolphins, Falcons, Texans, Dolphins, Commanders, Browns, and Patriots.
Fam.
That's not an easy schedule.
Fam.
What do you mean, fam?
They were 6-2 and won 7 games with Mike White and Zach.
I don't care. Did they make the postseason?
The only thing they were missing was a quarterback.
We're gonna see, and that's what I'm saying is, are we overhyping everything right now?
Nah, I think we're underhyping them because I think the Jets are going to be awesome.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I think the Jets are going to be really good. I do. I think the Jets are going to be really good.
See,
And I'm not an Aaron Rodgers guy like that. And you know, it's been documented on this show. But I still think Aaron Rodgers is miles above Zach Wilson and Mike White. And
Okay.
I can't even think of that other dude, that Husky dude. What was his name? Do you remember him?
well,
Do you remember that quarterback?
Hmm.
He replaced Zach Wilson in one of those games and they were cheering for him. He ran like a 50-yard tutty. He was all tatted up. He's jacked as hell.
I can't remember.
Damn.
I have no idea.
I don't have time to look at it.
Anyway, but I think they have a hard schedule. I think this team could really start to feel the heat in November, the first week. They play the Bills, the Cowboys, the
Chris
Patriots,
Streveler.
the Chiefs.
Chris Streveler.
Yeah. The Broncos, the Eagles, the Giants, and the Chargers. Like there's 6 games right there that I think that are going to be tough games.
Mhm. We'll see.
They got to start off hot.
I like it though. It's a bold take, and we're different, of course.
Like, where do you see the Jets' record realistically?
I think the Jets are winning 12, 13 games.
Wow.
Just off
Really?
the top of my head. I haven't looked at their schedule, to be honest. But I got them at 12. I think Aaron Rodgers is good for that. Maybe not, anywhere for, I'll even go down even 11 to 13 games. I really do.
I got to be honest. I see maybe a 10-7 team.
I mean, that would be good too. Aaron Rodgers is worth 3 wins.
10-7, 9-8,
Oh, no.
10-7?
I don't see them going down
9-8,
low. But I mean, even so, I think
10-7,
what's their, do you know
9-8.
Do you know what they're over under? Is it 9.5?
It might be.
I don't know, to be honest.
I haven't looked. I've never looked.
So for me, the team that's going to take a step back is the Giants.
hmm
Their schedule is brutal.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Giants win 6 games this year. They open with the Cowboys, then they have the Cardinals, the Niners, the Seahawks, the Dolphins, the Bills, the Commanders, the Jets, the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Commanders, the Patriots, the Packers, the Saints, the Eagles, the Rams, the Eagles. Their games, like to open, they're probably opening the season 1-5. They lose to the Cowboys,
Mhm.
they beat the Cardinals. They lose to the 49ers, they lose to the Seahawks, they lose to the Dolphins, they lose to the Bills. That's 1-5. And then you have the Commanders. Then you have the Jets. Then you have the Raiders. And then you go to the Cowboys again.
Yeah.
Like that, realistically, they could be 3-8 through the first 11.
That's what I'm saying.
So I think that they're taking a major step back. I think Darren Waller was a good addition. He'll be great for 2 or 3 games. But what's going on with Saquon Barkley?
Yeah. What's going
You
on
just
with him?
paid Danny Dimes all that money. Danny Dimes stinks.
I
Take
can't
them
believe it.
15 touchdowns and do whatever. But those are backup numbers.
I can't believe it.
And then my team that I think, whatchamacallit? The team that I think has the best schedule is the Jags. 6 of their last 9 are at home, and their tough games are spread out. Like they play the Colts, then they play the Chiefs to start out. Then it's Texans, Falcons, Bills. But there's 2 games in there that are easy. Then you go back to the Colts, Saints. I don't think the Saints are going to be that good this year. We'll get into that. I think the Saints are being a little bit overhyped. Like I don't think that Derek Carr isn't the type of quarterback that's going to come and save a franchise. But you go from there. But then you got the Steelers. The Steelers are going to be better. You have the Steelers, the 49ers, and the Titans in 3 consecutive. The Steelers, I'm sorry, the 49ers, then the Titans. The Titans are going to be trash. I don't think the Titans are going to be very good.
I agree with
Texans.
that too.
Then they got the Bengals, the Browns. I think the Browns are going to be ass. The Ravens, they're good. The Bucks, we'll see where they're at with there. I'm going to lean that they're not going to be very good.
This could be Vrabel's last year with the Titans.
I don't know. Then they play
Could
the
be.
Panthers and the Titans to figure it out. It could be. That would be very foolish because Vrabel's one of the top coaches in the game.
Yo, just like instant thought right now. Like if you had a pick right now, I need your opinion on the Texans. Like when you look at them on their schedule, is that a hard game or is that a game that you're like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I actually think they're going to be better this year.
Yeah, I think the Texans will win 5 or 6 games.
I actually think they're going to be really competitive.
Yeah, because I think that D'Amico Ryan's
I think really good.
D'Amico Ryan's competitive fire
Yeah.
will have them up to par. Like I don't think they're going to be a slouch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that like they'll be glossed over. I mean, look, they're going to have those games where they're trash, but who does Stroud have to throw to? He has Damian Pierce. Okay, great. He has a good running back, but Damian Pierce wasn't that big on the passing game.
Yeah.
They lost Brandon Cooks. Now, not Alec Pierce. Who was the one guy they have on there? He was all right.
They got Mechie.
Nah,
He
there
just
was
came
somebody
back
else.
from he had cancer
There was a
or something like that where he had leukemia.
there was a player last year that Nico Collins.
Nico Collins. He
Nico
had a
Collins is all right.
couple flashes.
Yeah, I think Nico Collins is okay.
They got John Mechie too. They
Yeah,
drafted
but I
last
think
year in the
Nico
first round.
Collins is going to be targeted as the one there. It just depends on can CJ Stroud develop, but you have a defensive minded head coach. It generally doesn't bode well.
I actually like CJ Stroud. I actually think him and D'Amico Ryans are actually going to coexist a little bit because I feel like being the number 2 pick, there's still a chip on your shoulder. Like, damn, yeah, like somebody got picked over me in the draft. I don't know. I feel like that does play a part. And I feel like he can kind of spark him in a way to really drive him to be great. And I think that could be a really good marriage between the two.
All right, let's go into speaking of schedules. Let's go with the Eagles because I want to break down a little bit their schedule and their win-loss record.
All right, let's do it.
You want to start off, or you want it to go? You want me?
All right, let's just go game by game.
Perfect. All
okay.
right. Patriots opening night.
I'm gonna go Eagles.
I got a W.
1-0.
Vikings.
I'm gonna go Eagles here.
I got 2-0 too. Buccaneers
Eagles.
3-0. Commanders 4-0.
Yeah, Eagles.
Rams. I got 5-0.
Eagles.
Jets.
Eagles.
I got 5-1.
No.
They lose
Eagles.
to the Jets.
Eagles.
Dolphins.
Loss.
I got a W there. I was actually, it's funny when I was looking over this, I was going back and forth with them.
Loss.
Commanders. I got a
So
W.
wait, what am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-1.
We're both 6-1. We
okay.
just have
Okay.
Commanders. I got to win.
I gotta win.
Cowboys.
Loss.
I got to win. Chiefs.
Oh wait, the Eagles are home that game, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna take that back. The Eagles are winning that game. They're gonna smoke them.
All right. So going into the Chiefs game,
I'm 8-1. 8-1.
I'm 8-1 too.
Yes,
Going into the Chiefs game, I got them losing against the Chiefs.
I do too.
Okay. I have them losing against the Bills. They're going to have back-to-back losses.
I have them losing too.
Back-to-back?
Yeah,
Okay. 49ers, that's a dub.
yeah, they're gonna smoke
And
them.
the reason that I have them losing to the Bills is because I think that that's going to be a trap game for the Niners because I think that because they've been talking a lot of shit. And I just think that that's going to come back to bite.
I agree.
Eagles.
I agree
I
with
think
that
that-
statement. Yes,
And that is the Eagles' schedule. The Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Bills, the Niners, the Cowboys. That gauntlet is
Yeah.
going to determine where they land in this
I
season.
will say this though. Before that little gauntlet, the Eagles are coming off a bye.
They have a bye before or after the Cowboys.
So actually, I'm going to go in reverse. I think they're going to beat the Chiefs. I think they're going to lose to the Bills. I think they're going to beat the Niners.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I will still say though that's a loss to the Chiefs.
I just saw that. That just changed my whole perspective.
Yeah, I didn't
I
catch
didn't
on
realize
that.
it was a
That's a
bye. So that's where I'm going to take the Eagles on that.
Good catch. I didn't know that, but I'll still say loss. 49ers, I got a W. You got a W?
Yeah,
All right. Cowboys, I have a loss. At the Cowboys.
I got a W here because I had them losing before.
Okay. Seahawks,
I
I got a W.
W.
Giants,
Loss.
I have a W. Cardinals.
W.
I don't know if the Cardinals win one game before Thanksgiving. I think the Cardinals are going to be terrible.
Yeah.
And then Giants, I have a win again.
Win.
So I had the Eagles at 13.
The Eagles are splitting with the Giants. I feel like,
Hell no. Hell no. They stink.
and I think they'll split with the Cowboys. So that's 2 losses, and I think they're going to lose to the Bills.
I have the
So I got 4 losses because I have them lose to the Dolphins.
Me too.
So I got 4 losses. That's respectful.
I have
but
a
that's
13 and 4.
That's
Yeah.
really good. That can get you the number 1 seed.
Absolutely. And honest to God, like if they beat, who knows? Like if they beat, like I don't think the Jets actually ever beat the Eagles.
They're not going to beat the Eagles.
I mean, look, if you go into that Cowboys game undefeated, I'm just going to be laughing.
Because by the time the Eagles are around the corner with the Jets, all the talk's going to be about Aaron Rodgers. The Eagles are going to feel disrespected and they're going to clap his cheeks.
Maybe. Well, they did last year too.
Yeah,
They smoked
it's
them.
going to happen again.
Yeah,
and then they're going to lose to the Dolphins. And you're going to be like, yeah, what happened to that team that fucking smoked the Jets?
So
It's like one of those games.
So yeah. So here's the thing
Yeah.
with me with the 13 and 4. Like I don't. The Eagles got better.
Yeah.
They re-signed both of their corners. They got Jalen Carter. They got what's his face? Nolan Smith. I think what's his face is going to have a big year. I think Nakobe Dean is going to be a player this year. I think Nakobe Dean is going to be really good.
We'll see. We'll see. I
And
think
I
there's
think-
a lot of promise there.
I think Jordan Davis is going to be awesome this year. You got Rashad. If Tom changed, he wouldn't get a penny. I think, if he can stay,
We'll
everything is
see.
if, but I think
That's
he's
why
going to
the
be
Eagles
okay.
got. Yeah, but that's why the Eagles got like 4 running backs because
Do
of
it
the
up.
health concerns.
And that's all you need with Jalen Hurts.
Right.
That's all you need. But you have to make sure, like with Jalen, he still has to play his style of football, but only bruise when you have to bruise.
hmm
You don't always need to fight for that extra yard. In certain scenarios, I get it.
It feels like Boston Scott's going to be like the leading ball carrier at some point in the season.
I would love it.
because like it's funny because like DeAndre Swift injury concerns, Rashad Penny injury
That's who it
concerns.
was. I didn't mean to say Rashad Penny, dude.
Oh well,
I meant to say
Gainwell-
DeAndre Swift. DeAndre
Gainwell could
Swift
have
is
an
going to be
impact,
awesome
but yeah,
because
he's-
DeAndre Swift can catch.
he's going to be great.
He's
I
going to
know.
be awesome.
He's been kind of like forgotten about a little bit.
Totally. I just forgot about
I
him.
know.
I'm just saying. The Eagles are loaded.
What do you think about DeAndre Swift and fantasy value as of right now? Just
As of right
spitfire.
now, I would say
May.
he's.
just gut feel, first thoughts, just initial thoughts.
I would say he's like he's a flex player.
I would say he's a low end RB2 if he gets the bulk of the carries. But my thing is like my concern with him is the Eagles have 4 running backs and the Eagles do like to play by committee.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if you look at the history on it, so it's like
DeAndre Swift has injury concerns. He's not getting goal.
Right.
He's not getting touches inside the 10.
I know. Well, he didn't do it in
It
Detroit.
was Jamal Williams.
It was Jamal Williams.
Yeah, and people that drafted Jamal Williams as the cuff in fantasy lucked into that.
So who would get the goal line carries? You think it would
Penny
be
or Gain-
Penny?
And Gainwell.
See, I think Gainwell's kind of too small of a frame to get that.
Well,
I like the short motherfucker in
Boston Scott.
Boston Scott. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's hard to tackle.
I think it's going to be Penny, and then I think it will be like anything inside the 5 is going to be Penny, and then I would probably say from the 10 would probably be Gainwell.
I mean, think about how hard he is to tackle compared to everybody else because he's much smaller.
I can't even say that because I can't say
The target is smaller.
DeAndre Swift is better than Gainwell. So it's just going to be weird. It's just I don't trust Eagles running backs. I don't trust.
I'm
Now
the same
Miles
way.
Sanders had a good year last year, really good.
Yes.
I can't.
Low key, he did.
I can't trust him, dude. I would never draft DeAndre Swift
Me.
and be like, damn, I could plug him into my RB2 spot and feel comfortable week to week. You can't do it.
He's somebody that you would trade for if you started to see some things that you actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an
That's
RB2.
what it is. But even so, I would still be so nervous because at any time, like you're going to lose carries because it's committee. You're going to lose carries because it's just by Jalen Hurts alone.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose carries because you have 2 wide receivers that can go up and get the ball.
Mm-hmm. What about Jalen Hurts' fantasy value? I know we're going off topic here, but like I'm just kind of I don't know. I feel
Jalen
like
Hurts,
caught him.
if Jalen Hurts stays healthy, there's no reason he can't be the 1. QB1.
Yeah.
There's no reason why.
Are you like somewhat kind of concerned?
No, not at all. I think he's just going to get better.
Huh.
Because I just have a lot of belief in Jalen Hurts, just
Like-
about his work ethic.
Like, do you think like his numbers are going to be better than last year's?
I think they'll be on par.
On par?
I think it'll be similar. I think that
It's tough. It's tough to replicate.
It is, but I think that his passing stats will actually go up because I think that with DeAndre Swift in the backfield and Penny, I think that you're going to have to worry about the backfield.
Yeah.
So I think his passing stats are going to go up. I think it's going to open things up in the passing game, especially if they fuck around and get D-Hop.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you get DeAndre Hopkins and you put Devontae Smith in the slot, come on, bro.
It's curtains. Because
good luck.
Like we're not even talking about Goddard, who's a top 5 tight end.
Oh yeah, him too in the red zone.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're talking about Goddard here, top 5 tight end. Like you can't say that. Like
the Eagles for the next 4 years, the whole team.
They're tough to find.
For the next 4 years,
those kind of players are hard to find.
The whole team is locked up.
Yeah, I agree.
Going back to Aaron Rodgers, he tweaked his calf at OTAs. What do you make of that? Do you think it's a sign of things to come?
It could be. Age is creeping up, and those things do happen. But I want to see him play, obviously, in the whole season. I want to see if my prediction is correct. I actually don't think the Jets are going to be all that in a bag of chips. I just don't.
You're already starting with your bold predictions.
It could be bold, but
do you feel as strongly about the Jets this year as you did about the Raiders last year?
No, I actually felt really strong about the Raiders. Like I was really, really high on the Raiders last year. And
you were high on something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
talking about the Raiders like that.
Red hair skunk.
Was that the era? It might have been actually, because with those takes, because you had me freaking out for no reason.
It might have been Herrera.
I was trying to help you out, and you won't listen to me, man. I try to help you and steer you the right way.
Yeah, I felt really good about them, but actually, I gotta be honest. The Jets don't really. I mean, look, I know they have good pieces. I get it, but they have Garrett Wilson and they have Breece Hall. Breece Hall's coming off an injury.
What about Lazard?
What about him? It didn't work in Green Bay
because he was the one. It's very different.
What's he going to be now? The 2?
Yeah, because Garrett Wilson's the man.
But he was a 2.
Who?
When Devontae Adams was there. He didn't really wow the shit out of me.
I know, but at that point he was younger. It was another year that he got under his belt now operating in that big role. He did well.
So let's get this straight. Let's circle the wagons here.
Let's do it.
Is the Jets' weapons better than Green Bay's?
From last year, yeah.
Why?
Garrett Wilson just won offensive rookie.
Okay, all right, that's fine. But what about Christian Watson? He has some upside. There was a stretch of the season where he was scoring every week.
I know.
And he actually led the NFL in touchdowns between the last 6 weeks or something like that.
Yep, but where was he for the first 12 weeks?
He's a rookie.
That's my point.
It happens.
That's my point.
It happens. Right. So my point is the drop off between Garrett Wilson and Christian Watson that much?
Fuck yeah.
Along with getting Alan Lazard, along with keeping Aaron Jones, along with having AJ Dillon, these are good players.
Breece Hall's coming back.
You fucking signed Randall Cobb too.
They got Mecole Hardman. Mecole Hardman is going to be a 3. He's going to be good in
I don't love this.
You know what the major difference is?
It smells like Green Bay in the AFC.
Nick,
that's what it smells like.
Come on, bro. You're so above that. That's a lazy take.
It is not a lazy take, bro, Mike. Because look at the weapons. You would take whose running backs would you take? Green Bay's or the Jets?
Green Bay's.
Okay. Wide receiver wise,
I'm taking anybody.
Last year's wide receivers versus the Jets this year.
The Jets, bro. It's not even it's literally not a question.
Why?
Garrett Wilson just won the offensive rookie of the year.
Okay.
And you added Mecole Hardman.
Okay.
Mecole Hardman's good. Alan Lazard is good.
He's okay.
All right, he's okay. Alan Lazard's good.
He's okay.
Garrett Wilson's good. Garrett Wilson's gonna be in the conversation for a while.
Garrett Wilson's really good.
Yes.
But I'm saying the drop off between Garrett Wilson and Christian Watson is not all that crazy.
But you're also missing one key component.
What?
Green Bay's defensive unit or the Jets defensive unit?
I'll take the Jets.
Thank you.
But Green Bay's defense isn't trash. It's not trash.
They're not anything special. Everybody was telling me the Packers defense was going to carry them in close games. You just put Aaron Rodgers. I'm not an Aaron Rodgers guy like this, but I'm just saying you're putting Aaron Rodgers on a team that was 6-2 and won 7 games with Chris Streveler, Mike White, and Zach Wilson. You don't think Aaron Rodgers is better than those 3 combined? I mean, all it takes is some competency.
What you mean? The fuck does that mean?
Competency no, not like that.
No.
Yeah, I just realized your tone. No, I'm saying competency at the quarterback position. The Patriots are going to be some ass.
Okay.
I think the Bills are taking a step back. The Dolphins are going to be good, but we don't know with Tua. You don't know, and I'm not. Look, Everything is based on health. But with Tua, it's a little bit different.
In Garrett Wilson's defense, he didn't really have quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'll agree with you on that.
With Dewey.
Right. And I get it. But Christian Watson, he looked like he was the real deal down the stretch. He had 7 touchdowns. That's pretty fucking good for a rookie.
Remember who was throwing him the ball. You'll learn about Christian Watson when Jordan Love's throwing him the ball. You will learn about Christian Watson.
All right.
Because I watched Garrett. That's going to show you the separation because Garrett Wilson put on with terrible quarterbacks. Now, we don't know what Jordan Love will be, but can he do it? I don't know. Jury's out on that. We'll see that.
I don't know. I think people are thinking that Aaron Rodgers joined this way better team and all this stuff. Like, I just don't see it. I don't think he joined a way better team.
The Jets are better than them by every metric, except maybe running.
Because you're looking at the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love right now. But when you put Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, it just worked. That was just his squad.
I know that.
They always made the playoffs. They've always made a run. Like, I don't see the Jets being that much better than Green Bay. Green Bay was the 1 seed in the NFC. I just I don't see the Jets being a top tier seed. I can't get myself there.
Well,
I don't know what it is.
Well, around my birthday in December, we're gonna come back to episode 155.
Oh, by the way, their over under win totals is 9.5. Yep.
There you go. So
I'm going unders.
That's going. Oh my.
Yo, the under is plus 110. By the way,
that's pointless.
That's crazy.
It's dumb.
I think it's a great bet. It's plus money. It's plus money on a take that I believe.
God took his time when he made.
I'm getting plus money on a take that I believe. That is fucking amazing.
You also got plus money on the Raiders overs.
Yeah, I did. No, it was minus money. It was like minus 110 or something.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Never mind.
Pretty overs.
NFL kickoff rule.
Don't do me like that.
What?
Don't do me like that. Gonna bring up the Raiders. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm asking questions. I want to. You say some wild boy shit.
Why do I say some wild boy shit?
Nick, you're comparing Green Bay to
bro. You think that the Jets are light years better than the Green Bay Packers of last year? Like, I don't see that.
No, I just see a more complete team that added a way better quarterback than what they were dealing with. Any team that gets to 6-2 with Mike White, Zach Wilson, and Chris Streveler, you got something there. You have a really good team. You have a number 1 corner who is legitimate lockdown.
Okay.
So I just think
and
that
they have good corners too.
I just think they're going to be really good.
They have a great corners too in Green Bay.
So you don't think that going from that trash to Aaron Rodgers is going to result in more wins? I just don't understand how you don't. I didn't
say it won't result in more wins, but when we're talking about Super Bowl and shit like that, bro, like they were 7-10 last year. Like I think they're 3 games better. I actually think they overperformed last year at some point. They started off hot and then they tumbled down the fucking drain. So yeah, I mean, like, what? They're missing a quarterback. Okay, we're going to see that. But do you think that this quarterback is going to get them to 5 more wins than they got last year? I don't see that, bro. Like, I can't get myself to say that they're definitively better than Green Bay was with Aaron Rodgers. Well, I just don't know. I don't know. We don't know.
You don't have to say.
I'm going to say I don't think it's that clear cut. That's what I'm saying.
Because moving forward,
I hate to do this. Go ahead.
I have to be Aaron Pauls.
All right, go ahead.
I have to be Aaron Polidor now. This is crazy. Last year I was Kirk Polidor. I can't stand Kirk Cousins. Now I got to be Aaron Pauls because I have to teach you things. What's up, Marcos? All right, let's go through this. The new kickoff.
Trash, bro. That's just what I'm saying.
I've been listening. Lazard is trash. I don't know what he's talking
about. I'm not even counting Lazard, bro. It's Lazard. What are we talking about?
Okay.
He has flashes. Yeah, cool, but he's not consistent.
Okay.
And I'm very consistent. I'm always consistent.
Mm-hmm. Consistently wrong. Now get me NFL kickoff rule, yay or nay?
All right. It's garbage.
Horrible.
Nay.
Same.
Why?
Why would you do that? The kickoff is so exciting, and you're just taking it out.
So unless you have a Devin Hester type or Dante Hall, why wouldn't I just fair catch it?
Yep.
25. I'll take that all day.
I know.
It used to be at the 20.
25. I know. It sucks, dude.
Stupid.
All right. So Jimmy G. If he fails, this just came out. If he fails his physical, the Raiders can cut him at no cost. I never even heard of a provision like that.
I didn't even know that it existed. I didn't know
until I saw that.
I thought if you failed your physical, you can't actually sign with the team.
I know. So I don't know, but maybe it was the way I've read it is the way I'm
right?
understanding
Because
it.
usually, like when you sign a contract, it says pending physical.
Yeah, but his just could have been like, okay, have surgery. If the surgery is successful, we're good. It could have just been like a little like a
Clause in the
Yeah,
contract
clause. That's where I was looking
where
for.
you just lock them up because
Yeah.
you know,
What do you think of it? Because I think it was smart for the Raiders.
I think it's genius, but I think it's actually kind of dumb because you just got Devontae Adams last year for all his money and you gave up all these picks for what?
I know.
I mean, who's
that dude? What's that?
Stidham.
Stid. So
Right? No, they don't even have him.
oh no, we went to the Broncos.
Yeah, they have. No. You're gonna laugh about this one. They have fucking Brian Hoyer.
Is it?
Brian Hoyer's their backup quarterback.
It was.
Now Devontae Adams is gonna want to bounce, and Josh McDaniels is gonna be done.
Oh yeah,
The whole Raiders franchise is gonna be crumbles. So if they don't do something about this quarterback situation, their whole franchise is in fucking jeopardy.
Yeah,
Straight up. Like the whole thing is going to
you
collapse.
just bought that nice ass stadium.
Just bought it's beautiful.
Tom Brady is now the 2-1 favorite to be the next Raiders quarterback if all fails with Jimmy G. Let's hear this.
That'd be crazy, but there ain't no chance in hell.
Okay, thank you.
There ain't no chance.
He's
in
not.
hell.
He's done.
He's done.
And
It's okay. Yeah,
it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
He accomplished everything and more. He's the best ever, and he's not coming back. And I don't even think, can you be a part owner and play?
I don't think so. I don't think you can. I don't think it's been. Is it actually official that he?
I don't know.
Is,
That's what I was asking. I don't know.
Or it's like a handshake agreement. I don't think it's actually written in stone because maybe there is a little smoke there. Where he's like, yeah, I'll play for you for one season and then I'll get a higher stake because I'll bring in the revenue for you this year. He's a businessman at this fucking point,
I
bro.
don't think so.
I don't think so either. But that would be fucking genius.
That's
and then
an
bring in
interesting
TB12
theories.
and bring in his TB12 brand to Vegas.
Yeah.
And Vegas is up and coming.
Yeah.
They are.
It's
They're gonna
baby.
get a fucking basketball team.
I know. It's gonna be
baseball team's gonna be there. What is it?
2000
The Athletics are gonna be there.
Yeah. 2026, LeBron James will be the GM of the Las Vegas basketball team.
Brady's also a part owner of the Las Vegas Aces.
Yep.
Like he has some ties there. It's weird.
Last one, before we get out of here. Cardinals released DeAndre Hopkins. It's been reported Hopkins prioritizes playing with a top-tier quarterback and winning a Super Bowl on his next team, as he should, because he was playing with trash quarterbacks. his entire
Super
career.
mid quarterbacks.
What team do you think it would be a good fit and why?
You're gonna hate this answer, but I had the Cleveland Browns. If you pair him with Amari Cooper, Peoples-Jones, Njoku, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, I think that's a pretty decent squad. I think DHops still has it. I still think he's got some 2 good years left, I would say, at a high level. I think he's still really good. I just think he just didn't have a chance to shine in Arizona.
Well, because he doesn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, and I could see D-Hop playing with Deshaun Watson again. I think there's a little connection there. And when they played together, they had success. So I could see the Cleveland Browns.
So there's a few. For the Eagles, he would be a luxury. For the Chiefs, he would be perfect.
A luxury.
He would be a certified
Luxury.
stud.
Yeah.
For the Bills, he would also be a stud. But I think a great fit for him, well, for the team, would be the Patriots. You got Juju Smith on the other side. He's a 2 at best. He would be great for Mac Jones. I don't think he's going there, but I'm just saying from an organizational standpoint, if they could land DeAndre Hopkins for Mac Jones, that would be great for them. I think he's going to the Chiefs, though.
Did you see his Instagram story though?
Yeah.
They had the Patriots Super Bowl against the Falcons.
I just think
That's pretty cool.
I hope, like, for Mac Jones, it would be great.
It's cryptic.
I think he's going to the Chiefs, though, to be honest. I really do. I think Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes get him.
I don't see
So,
that.
You
I
don't?
just if they got DeAndre Hopkins, they're going to win it again because Kadarius Toney is going to come back, and he had a full off season with Patrick Mahomes. Like he slept on too. I think he's going to be a really good fantasy option. He's on my radar.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a cheat code along with Travis Kelce. Come on.
Yep. All right, guys, that concludes episode 155. Thank you for tuning in. Theories, take it away.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also, follow us on all of our social platforms as you do not want to miss our daily content on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. And we will see you guys this Thursday at P&I, baby.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, non-fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping